Hello happy people of the internet, and welcome back for another video. It's been a week of things around me just breaking, and the latest in the list, well, to give issues, was my Netgear 8-port switch, which kind of ran the internet for our house. This was oh, there's part of the problem. This was a cheap and quick, dirty replacement for a much newer model, which we lost to a lightning strike. Yeah, I didn't actually quite see the need to ever replace it, and it's been in service with myself for, well, gee, probably close on 10 years. And before that, it came from a server environment. So yeah, it's had a long life. This is the issue. I mean, not only is this a model that uses fans to cool it down, but the fans are needing oiling. Now, I have every couple of years opened the fans, oiled them, and, well, kind of serviced them, and that's kept it going up till now. But what's happening now is that I'm having to do it more and more frequently, to the point that it's every couple of weeks. And this has got good quality fans in, which are approximately, I can't remember now the exact price, but I think that if I had to buy 2 of those fans new, that would probably cost more than buying this whole switch secondhand. So I've just bought some cheap 40 more fans to replace. Replace these noisy ones with. So anyway, yeah, let's get in here. And there's one down there. Is that? There, got it. So I've actually just bought a replacement, a fanless replacement for my office here, because even when these fans are working, it is noisy, and it's just so much nicer not to have the office a bit quieter. Are you going to come off yet? Something has come off. No, we haven't got out underneath. 2 underneath. And now the whole thing will come apart. So the front cover should pop off. Top cover should just pop off. Put that to the side. I'll take that outside, and I'll take the whole thing outside and give it a clean with the air compressor. So you can kind of see the insides here, and this is it's 8-port, so no surprise that there are 8 of these Galileo chips here, and then a much larger mother chip. And I've looked up the model numbers online, and I can't get data sheets, so I can only guess at what they're doing. So I believe that each of the smaller ones is deciphering the actual packets that are coming in, and then they are passing the information to the mother chip, which is doing the actual routing. So a switch, if you don't know, pretty much knows which MAC address is down each separate port. It learns that over time by analyzing the traffic. So yeah, I think these are decoding the destination MAC address needed. This chip is saying, okay, I know that that MAC address is on port 2, and then it's sending the data to this chip, which re-encodes it, maybe, or might, I think so, judging by the number of pins. I think these look like they might have an input and an output bus, or multiple inputs and output buses, and then that will go off out port 2. So the difference between a switch and a hub is a switch will only send the packet down the correct port, whereas a hub will send the packet down all the ports except the port that it came up. So it kind of broadcasts, but that leads to lots of packet collisions and a much slower network. That's why a switch, even an unmanaged basic switch, is much better. Okay, let's get these fans out. These are not the original fans. You can see they've got those DuPont style PC, whatever you want to call them, connectors on. Okay, did I kill myself there? Okay, and there's 2 out. Okay, so just for those who are interested, let me get this focused in here. So these are Sunon 5 volt 1 watt fans. They move a ton of air. The ones that I are replacing with are not as high a wattage, but they, according to the specifications, actually move more air. So we'll have to see if that's true or not. There are plenty of videos on YouTube showing how to service these. You pretty much peel back. You can see how easily this comes back from the number of times that I've taken it off. You pretty much peel this back. You'll see down there is the actual rotor spindle is held in with a white washer. So you need to get tweezers or a pick or something down there and get that white washer out. Once you've got that out, then the rotor, see, this one doesn't even have a washer in, so that means that at some stage I must have lost it. Yeah, and there's your fan, which you open, and you can kind of then clean all the dust out from all the various parts, and put a few drops of machine oil on the main shaft here. Yeah, this one is very, very rough when you spin it. Yeah, they are knackered, that's indeed. This one does spin a bit nicer, but also you can feel they're worn out. Okay, so, but anyway, I'm not going to worry about those because, as I said, they are the end of their life. Okay, I'm going to pause here quick while I go and give this a blast. There is just room back in here. There is lovely amounts of debris collected. Everything with a fan in your house is almost like a Hoover. So just like you clean your Hoover, so everything with a fan needs cleaning. Yeah, so I'll be right back after I've given this a good clean out with the air compressor. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we're back. We've given that a quick blast out with some air to get rid of all the dust. These are the fans that I've bought as replacements. I think it was £10 for 5 of them. So that is £5 to keep this going for, they're rated for 30,000 hours of lifespan. Though they do mention that they also require servicing, as do any brushless fan really. But really, if for £5, if they die after a year and I can replace it with the other two, £10 for 2 years, that's great. It's keeping this out of e-waste, and I am actually going to be using this, as you guys know, because I've shown you some of my computers which are down in the garage. As more is migrating down to the garage, I really need internet and networking infrastructure down there. So yeah, this is going to go live down there. Okay, these are not high quality at all, really plasticky, and the packaging kind of said it all, how they just wrapped the leads around each other. So these have got hydraulic bearings, which is interesting. Yeah. They have not put the wattage on, just the voltage. Let me check on the box quickly. No, 5 volts. No information at all. Yeah, but anyway, they will do the job, and that's all that I'm after at the moment. Okay, now let me show you something interesting about Netgear. Where's my power gone? Here we go. AC. Just as a matter of interest, this is one of the devices I've worked on where I've given myself one massive shock by accidentally touching something here. If you guys haven't seen my video on the KKM 100, this KK Moon Pen multimeter, well, I think it's an interesting video. I'm going to use that now. So this is on. I don't know if the chips are going to get hot with no network activity. They don't seem like they're getting hot, but I want to put this into this live mode and see. Yeah, you see So that must have been where I remember it was my pinky. I had it the other way around, and I was kind of, holding my hand over, and my pinky touched something, and it very quickly came home. So it must have touched the top of these caps. So it's just one nice feature of this. And all the pen, probes, so it's not a new feature unique to this. But this has got so many other nice features as well as this. So yeah. Okay, but now what I want to show you is if I put this in DC voltage, just going to refocus here to make sure that it is in focus. You should hopefully be able to see the plus on the left hand side there, and likewise the jump around the corner is also silk screened accordingly. So let me just get the other half of this in. So we're still on DC voltage. Okay, so just gonna have to cross pins here quickly. So if I go by the silk screen, I don't know, can you see there? It's on -5. So well done, Netgear. You've got your silk screen incorrect, and it's I know from experience that the other one is the same. So when we put the fans on, yeah, these are now starting to get nice and toasty. We just need to reverse the wires. So these blast out and suck in through the sides, so the airflow is in across these heat sinks and out the back. So yeah, that's the basic design. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. That wasn't good. Okay, welcome. Welcome to the joys of cheap fans. Okay, what have I done wrong? If I try on another one, if it's going to. Yeah. No. Look at that. Okay. So. Okay, I just had a quick look here in the office at what I had, and I've got some much thinner soft tappers, which are not only easier, but neater. So I'm going to try those. Yeah, that's working, and they've got nice big heads for a good firm grip on the back. Okay, so those are in rock solid. Okay, so now I'm just remember to reverse the polarity. Okay, scared. Lovely. Yeah, it's an alright amount of air. It will do the job. One of these wire doofuses. Try and get this all neatened up a bit. you off. Okay. There we go. Everybody's in. Everybody's happy. And now to get you back together, literally just the reverse of how we took you apart. So you come on last. So okay, so you are in. Okay, you're in. Okay, we can slip the front on. Lovely. I'll give the outside a good wipe down, of course, before I put it into. I've got a temporary rack. Yeah, and yeah. Always nice to end up with the last screw in the last hole. For obvious reasons. Okay, I'm not going to put the wings on now because that's just boring. I'm not going to clean the chassis now either because that's just boring. So let's just power you up. Get something that needs networking plugged in, and yep, I can feel it sucking at the side, so it's causing a negative vacuum on the inside and pulling air in from the sides, so that's working. Has become a bit louder with the lid on, but no worries, it is destined for a garage of all places, so I'm not particularly worried how noisy it is. Okay, what can I plug in? And if we go into port 1, there we go, we get appropriate lights, we get activity, so all working, excellent. So that's it, folks, another piece of, and I'm gonna call this vintage because this was actually introduced in 2001. So this model, as of this video, 2021, is 20 years old. So, I mean, we're not working on 20-year-old computers anymore. So, yeah, I put this in the same category as a 20-year-old computer. It's 20-year-old networking equipment that we've kept alive just with some simple fans changes. And I've also now opened a Patreon account for anybody that wants to support the channel. I'll put a link to that in the video. Any donations to help my channel along will be massively appreciated. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Cheers then, bye.